In 2007, a vision was born, not of buildings alone, but of care. Parents who would not just send their children to school, but would shape the very place they called home.
The forum had grown beyond our imagination, cooperated immensely with university management to ensure that the best facilities are being provided for our students. And as such, the foundation that has been laid has grown stronger and stronger, and one is happy that the dream, the best university parents forum will be a force to be reckoned with, both personally and even globally.
As soon as the university community started growing, the water needs actually grew. And then we started having complaints that some students said they would have to wake up around 5 a.m. if they wanted to have water to be able to have their bath and this and that, because the storage capacity was not high enough to actually ensure that they had. And the boreholes too were under pressure. So water became an issue, was almost becoming an issue. And we actually had to say, look, we need to fix this water issue. And we didn't have the resources. And we said, look, can we turn to the Parents Forum? When that project was eventually approved and executed, it brought a big relief to the university community. So the feedbacks trickled to the parents, and that, in fact, became the game changer.
Well, in 2023, I lost my dad. A shocking moment for I and my family. Continuing medication was uncertain. Then the BUPF came to the rescue of me and my family. The hope they gave me is what is giving me the strength to strive forward now.
BUPF
Bells University Parent Forum
is a community of parents,
an intervention parent body
with the opportunity to serve.
a medium of interaction between
parent who has worked in best universities.
and the university management.
To me personally, it means compassion, it means care, it means impacting.
A platform that enriches the life of students, of undergraduate students of Bells University of Technology.
The forum's first steps were simple, but they carried a promise that still echoes today. A promise that says, we are here and we care.
I think the one that touches the heart for me is actually the endowment fund. The endowment fund, that is to be able to make sure of our students whose sponsor, that is the parent paying the school fees, who had passed, that the children are able to continue in school without them dropping out, without the burden, overweighing the remaining parents or the entire family down.
Nobody pray that any parent dies, but if at all it happens, we have funds in place to take care of that.
Benefiting from the endowment fund was actually a miracle to me and my family, because the way it happened, we're shocked about it, because the news didn't really get to us like that. So it just happened all of a sudden. But benefiting it from the endowment fund was short of a miracle to us, because it was more than financial support. It was hope.
There was another issue of a student who couldn't pay fees, an orphan, John Gifts. I can be specific, John Gifts. That's an orphan they came up with to assist him. He has graduated now and is doing well.
I've seen someone defer a semester because of 70,000 naira. And it's like a lot of times they don't speak up, because even when they speak up, maybe nobody comes through and all of that. And there was a particular case of a student that did not particularly meet the endowment fund, but the student had been struggling all her life in Bells, because I knew her since 100 level, and she was just at the final step. and she needed some money. So we were all trying to raise money for her. And I think I posted something on my status regarding it, and the BUPF chairman saw it, replied to it. And then before you know it, she met with her, they discussed, she met with Dr. Luria, and all of that, it was sorted. That was a really touching story, because I know how that student has. Imagine somebody in this economy spending 2,000 to 1,500 a week because they do not have money.
The BUSA, Best University Student Association, see them as a backbone, and they make requests from them for different things. They were to go for Umpuga, Nigeria Private University Games. I said, well, this team cannot go. Only a few teams can go. The female team, we said they will not go. We can't fund it. I think they wrote letters to the BUPF. And BUPF came out and they sponsored them for the games. And that's really lifted the morale of the students.
The BUPF chairman will always make a statement. Without the students, what is the BUPF? We are here for the students, and so we will serve the students. And it wasn't just something she used to say, it was something I could see clearly, that in everything she did, she was intentional enough to make sure that the students were being served at every point, from the field, to the billboard, to the engineering workshop, to the student school fees, to the association sponsorships, to even the 5-a-side that she's sponsoring. Is all student focused. Everything has been student focused from day one.
The forum's journey has always been about care. And today, that care has grown into a living legacy.
I see the future holding a lot of bright things, one day at a time, one step at a time. And it's a book on its own, one chapter at a time. For me, I'm a chapter still unfolding. So my tenure ends.
Accountability is watchword. Once you are accountable on anything you are doing, either numerical, quantitative, or qualitative, just give report. Let people know what you are doing.
I see them taking greater roles in the future. In the last 9 years, they have propped up the university. I see in the next 20 years, they may be able to run programs. They may be able to support more students with scholarship. And I see Bells coming up in the next 20 years being center for artificial intelligence. And I see them at the background of that and propping us up in that direction.
I want to appreciate you that you have kept the flag for almost 80 years. And I believe and I trust that by God's grace, you'll be able to handle that, especially the present members of the executive, will be able to handle that baton to the next executive. So that the race will continue. The race will continue. So in 20 years' time, Bells University Press Follow will have been a massive body that will be a subject of study and also an envy to some other institutions nationally and globally.
I'm just about 5 days or so to my 73rd birthday, and I thank God that one is alive to be part of this history. Why do I say that? Because quite a number of our colleagues, people that were labored here together, go. But one thing is very clear. This university is blessed.
To those parents that contributed, I want to say a very big thank you for your generosity to me and many others. It gave my family hope during our darkest season, and I want to say a very big thank you, and I pray that God blesses you and your family abundantly for standing by us.
Looking back today, I feel extremely proud.
One feeling is still to begin. What started like a mustard seed had grown bigger than what one had expected. Based on the various projects that have been completed since 2007 or 2008 to date, one is highly impressed.
The forum story is not over. This is only a new beginning, a living legacy written in every drop of water, every classroom, every student's future.